trouble now. It's true. If you saw the title, Nintendo's in deep trouble right now. By right now, I mean in the past with old games. This is the biggest controversy from every Nintendo series. Uh-oh, look at Miyamoto. He looks pretty scared. What's gonna happen? I bet this situation is pretty crazy. Let's check it out together, shall we?
This is a brand most often associated with fun, excitement, togetherness, nostalgia, and just the best of vibes.
And really weird decisions, like the Nintendo Music app. Why did they do that? That just happened today if you're watching this on YouTube. What the f is all that about? Comment below if you know. Are you a Nintendo C-list executive? Please elucidate in the comments.
But also, racism, censorship,
C-suite? I meant C-suite.
injuries to
That's
yourself
what it was.
and your television, and worst of all,
That's the one.
because it
PETA.
doesn't matter
Pokemon,
what kind
right.
of company.
There is racism? I bet it's Nintendo racism. It's playful, silly racism, right?
Every Nintendo
Surely.
franchise ever.
It can't be that
And by
bad.
Every, I mean, mostly.
It's
the
a funny
modern
racism.
ones, basically
Oh, it's
everything
Punch
covered in
Out, isn't it?
Smash and a bit more. And as far as where we start with this one, yeah, that's
You
what I was
cheated.
gonna do anyway.
I wanted to start with Mario anyway. I don't think there is anything, right?
A big one from pretty recent memory was the Mario Odyssey box art. Anything look strange about this to you?
The dinosaur. Those don't exist now.
Well, that's because it's not the real box art.
Oh,
This is. And
Oh.
as you'll see, the only thing changed was this image in the corner.
Right.
Yeah, the first version was revealed in...
wait, really? They did that? I remember hearing about the sombrero thing and people getting mad about it or whatever. I didn't know they actually changed it. No bueno.
Nintendo ended up switching to the second version in August
Right.
after being called out for racism and cultural appropriation.
Guys,
by-
I hated this area. Not because because it was so insensitive. When I walked through here, I just shook my head the whole time. I can't believe they did this.
mostly at the center, a specific
I can't believe they did
Ubisoft
that.
developer.
It would be nice if we used this stereotype less. You know what's crazy? 112 likes was all you needed in 2017 to start, like, a dialogue. Isn't that crazy? Like, this is what caused an uproar back then. This activates phase 2. Yeah, exactly. Like, you could get to the next
Known as
level. Like,
Mexican.
and now look at it.
Or,
Now it's 176K. Like, now times have changed.
Others think that Nintendo changed the box art for aesthetic or marketing reasons, as nothing was done about the actual stuff in
Yeah,
the
they
game.
didn't take it. Well, what would they do? How would you take this out of the world? You would have to give him a similarly Mexican hat of some sort. Remove the entire level. Put in like a white people level, like Norway or something, like Frozen, right? No, there is a nice level. Oh.
Mario 3D All-Stars.
What?
This game suffered multiple layers of criticism, whether it
Oh,
was
right.
the price, the effort, the games people felt were left out.
Yeah, this is the
removal
emulation
of
bit.
Long,
Yeah.
traditional customs. Epic pro-consumer Nintendo made it only available for 6 months as a limited time special for Mario's 35th anniversary.
6 months is a long time. Like, if you're going to buy it, you were going to buy it. I'm just kidding. They're not going to keep printing this. Why would they keep making it? You know what I mean? I think 6 months is just fine. I'm going to be honest. Very exclusive ROMs. I mean, I bought them. $20 each for those games. What a steal. Thank you, Nintendo.
And the game vanished from the eShop on March 31st, 2021. And like a year later from shelves in store.
I didn't think about the eShop factor. So if you only buy digital, that's done. That's crazy. Why would they get rid of it on eShop?
How about the time Nintendo accidentally tweeted out...
Oh, well, that wasn't Mario. That was Waluigi, who might do such a thing. No, that's different.
Or when PETA released the Mario Kills Tanuki Flash
That
game
was
to
it.
siphon
Mario
attention
didn't do
from
that,
Mario
though.
3D
That's not
Land.
Mario's fault.
PETA launched a same-day campaign including a Flash game and video about why Mario wearing a Tanuki suit is pro-fur, and the goal was to draw attention to the abuse of the raccoon dog, which in their defense is an awful situation.
I never really thought of it that way. If that's real fur, that's a monstrous thing for Mario to do. He should stop doing that.
Anyway, Nintendo responded, PETA said it was a joke, and the Flash game can still be
It's a
played today,
joke?
but I ain't showing it.
Haha, good one. Oh, this gotta be the blisters, right? Where you fuck up your hands? Surely.
With a
This
few
has gotta be
specific
the one where
minigames,
people had their
it was
hands
quite literally
split
that.
open.
The one most often remembered is Tug of War, where the goal is to win a tug of war match by rotating the controller's joystick faster than the other team.
Okay, so I prepped for this for Party of One, right? My first try, did this happen to you as a kid? This happened to me last year. My first try, I tore the skin on my hand. It just ripped off. I had a blister right there, like a stigmata. My first time. It's bad, man.
Even with the glove, it hurts. This
Oh yeah, they gave gloves to people.
My hand. This is not okay.
Dude, he's stabbing you. Miserable.
It does hurt.
Did they fix this in the NSO version? Could you play this right now? I implore you to go
Coney,
play it right
it's
now.
me, Miyamoto.
Oh, Moshi
We
Moshi.
heard you weren't using our music app and instead using YouTube.
Oh, no.
Because of this, we will be purging all Nintendo music on YouTube.
Okay.
We wanted to tell you this because we wanted to redirect the hate towards us to you.
No, don't do that.
Right, guys?
I didn't do
This is
it.
all Coney's fault, XDD.
No, Miyamoto. Who taught Miyamoto XDD? I didn't do that. This is their biggest controversy now. The Coney controversy. I didn't even do it!
But so many kids injured themselves by doing this that it led to an expensive lawsuit and Nintendo giving out these gloves they wanted kids to wear when playing
Cool
Mario
gloves.
Party. Growing up with this
What a fucking mess.
lawsuit and
Like, you have to, like, complain at Nintendo, send them your address, have this shipped to your house for, like, a $1 glove. If I was Nintendo, I'd be so annoyed.
I honestly don't know a single person who we played with who didn't try this at least once. It was like a badge of honor. Get the huge gash and then immediately
This one's
break out
fucked
ice
up.
water
That
to put
one's
their
the
entire
worst
hand
game.
into. But they later ended up bringing it back. Twice. First to the 3DS.
Yeah, but they
which,
made it, like, really
okay,
easy,
fine. I don't
right?
think the circle pad is capable of causing injury. But again on the Switch, where they included a
They tell you
disclaimer
not
in
to
Mario
do that.
Party Superstars. Bold risk.
Are there any other areas with sensitive skin you could spin this quickly? Like, were they sitting around like, okay, you tell them not to use their palm. Is there anywhere else they could spin a stick really fast? Forehead? Tongue? I don't know. Not me. Not me.
Mario Kart has strangely lived most of its life outside any sort of public meltdown. Like, is there a bad Mario Kart? No, because they're all good quality titles. They're
See? My favorite is 64, and everybody makes fun of me. See? This guy says it's good.
all...
Oh, right.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Right.
Unsurprisingly,
They included France. Very controversial choice.
very cheered on and
Yeah.
Nobel Peace Prize winning feature that is loot boxes.
Dude, but look how happy all the toads are. Oh, I'm glad I never got into Mario Kart. If Mario Kart was like a game I like to play, this would sucker me up very quickly. Pikmin gotcha game kills Coney. Yeah, thank God the Pikmin mobile game was about, like, physical exercise. I have to, like, go outside. Phew, bullet dodged.
Yeah, this one spells itself out. Nintendo got
That
sued
could
in
have been real
2023
bad.
for promoting gambling to children.
The lawsuit was filed by a father who claims his child spent over $170. That's it? Honestly, that's pretty generous of Nintendo, true? $170? Those are rookie-ass numbers, man. Make sure he never plays Zenless Zone Zero. That's nothing, broke-ass dad.
Also, while we're here,
Okay.
Universal put a size limit on their Mario Kart ride, and people were justifiably upset. Okay.
Oh. Actually, honestly, this is kind of fucked up. You're telling me Donkey Kong can ride in a cart, but I can't? You are telling me that Donkey Kong, a giant gorilla, can get in the cart, but I'm not allowed to go? I'm gonna break it? No heavy class racers. They're too good. I will say, I was playing Wii Fit when it came out, and I brought it home with friends, and Wii Fit gets your BMI at the beginning of the game, and I step on the thing, and it's like, normal. And then my friend gets on, and it calculates his BMI, and the guy gets all big, and it goes, and it goes, obese. I was like, God damn. He wasn't even that fat, but the game made him, like, shape up real quick. It made him, really change his ways. No more midnight snacks.
In the Mario crew, there is one member that is
Thank you, ugly
responsible for one
turtle.
of Nintendo's biggest legal battles. I'm talking about a conflict so threatening it could have destroyed the company. And that member is... Oh my god, this company made a monkey that causes
Right,
havoc from the top
yeah.
of a big structure.
Uh-huh.
And then this company also made a monkey that causes havoc from the top
Yeah.
of a big structure
No, they deserve this one. They should have got sued for this.
while kidnapping a girl?
Why is her strapped down? Nintendo could have been a very different company. This is very, like, DOA, you know what I mean? Her strap being down, Nintendo, you better put that shit back up.
In the early 80s, Universal Studios, who owned the rights to King Kong, attempted to sue Nintendo over similarities with their Donkey
I would
Kong.
too. They deserve it.
But because Nintendo's legal team was able to find an earlier claim of Universal's that King Kong was public domain, they
When is Mario public domain? Might be able to beat them at their own game.
Nowadays,
They should have stayed on their
wild
ass.
to look back on this story.
He
but
got no new games though. Yeah, so who really won?
in the 80s, they were fighting for their life. Nowadays, they are fighting everyone like we are trying to take their life.
Thanks, Reggie.
No, Nintendo. I just want to listen to the Heart Gold OST on YouTube. Jeez.
Well, now you can using their Nintendo Music app. Now you could download their very special app to listen to Pokemon music if the game is on the app. And if it's not there, just wait. It'll be there soon.
Fire Emblem Fates took a fusion approach of being Pokemon in Shin Megami Tensei, where it had several versions, and they were based on a choice made early in the game.
Yeah.
You could join the birth family, the foster family, or deny both.
I forgot
and
they
each of
had,
these
like,
would
the
lead to a
multiple
different
thing.
$40
Right.
MSRP 3DS game. That in itself was already causing issues, especially after Nintendo decided to make a
Damn! But you get all three? Marketing geniuses. My ass, if I was a Fire Emblem guy, I'm scooping this up right away.
localization. This was the removal of certain aspects of the game deemed to cause confusion or offense in the West, and it was this.
That does cause confusion and distress. They were right. Does any Fire Emblem lore master know what's happening in this scene?
The war game won't let me pet my wife. Damn. People acted at the time like this was gonna kill Fire Emblem Fates. No, bitch. Fire Emblem Fates was gonna kill Fire Emblem Fates. With Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Honestly, I do hate weebs, but I do understand the censorship argument. I really do. Because you want, like, the true experience, and when things get changed, like minor things get changed, and they get taken over here, then it changes the context, the meaning of things. I get it. I do. I understand. But I think most of it, who gives a shit? I respect the creator's vision. Yeah, I bet you do, you freak.
Fans were upset about the faces,
Especially when you
the
wear a
music,
risque
the data
swimsuit.
packs. And Nintendo altered it quite a bit for its Western release, changing a few things, but it was the removal of the boob slider that really did it. And also, have you ever...
All right, everything I just said, I take it back on Xenoblade specifically. We need to shut this down until we figure out what the fuck this dev is doing. Like, everything about Fire Emblem is like, there's other shit going on, right? It's like a war tactics game. There's, like, historical intrigue. This game, as far as I can tell, is strictly about titties. We gotta figure that out. Oh, God. Cameraman, give me the camera. Give me the camera. Give me the camera. Oh, my God. Dude. How... Do you have no shame? Truly. Do you have no shame? How can you play this, man? Stop, man. Have some dignity, man. What the fuck is that? As I understand it, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't think Xenoblade is an especially, like, sexual game, right? It doesn't have, like, sexual themes. What I mean by this is, like, if it's one thing to have horny characters or to have sexy characters if it serves the themes that are present in the game itself, right? Or, like, if it's trying to make a point of it. If it's just gooner bait wish fulfillment, it's not supposed to be. Okay, see that? It's just weird to have a game that's, like, normal, generic JRPG stuff, and then these big old titties are flopping around. It's like, what are we doing here?
If you simply look through some of the blade designs in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, there was always gonna be at least one.
Yeah, but
I
that
say
one was
this
the worst, for sure.
as
That
someone
one was
who
the
loves
worst.
the game.
Xenoblade sold less than ARMS. Oh, yes, it did. Oh! ARMS 2 coming out next year, man, on the Switch 2. Can't wait for it. ARMS 2 soon. Now, Pikmin, I'm sure this has been... I don't think Pikmin has any problems.
God
My
was back during the
unproblematic
Wii drought
king.
when Nintendo came out of nowhere
Olimar
and
would
was like,
never.
yeah, Pikmin 4 is basically finished. And then fast forward 8 years into a it's not a lie if it's eventually the truth narrative.
Yeah, what the fuck was his problem on this? Don't worry, guys. Pikmin 4 is almost over. Hey, does anybody want to play this cool DS game? I just made a really cool DS game where you get to play as Captain Olimar. Wow, thanks, Miyamoto.
Wii series.
No,
now
nothing.
this is a fun one.
No.
A tale as old as time
Maybe
itself
breaking
about
TVs?
Wii owners being way too excited to try out their new console and
Oh.
ignoring the very first sentence that the
okay,
game presents
yeah.
you with.
This shit was awesome. This is one of the coolest things on early YouTube. This came out at the perfect time, right as YouTube was starting to pop off. You get videos like this, full compilations. You broke a CRT? This kid's strong as hell. Wachow! Oh my god, he turned that shit off. That kid booked it. That kid ran out of the room. Oh shit! Get me out of here!
Wii Fit? Wait a minute, Script. Are you
Wait.
sure it's not the god-awful Wii music or the terrible
Wait,
attempt
is it
at
gonna
Wii
be
Sports
the obese
HD?
thing? Come on.
Oh, so you mean it's
Oh, hell yeah!
it's
Play the
fitness in
music!
general. So it turns out they called a
Obese.
10-year-old girl obese.
This was truly shocking. To turn this shit on in like 2006, 2007, and have your me grow before your very eyes, especially if you
It's
were like,
fitness
were
in
not
general.
honest with your me size.
So
Let's say that you had like a normal sized me, and the game is like, uh-oh! This dude's lying! Uh-oh! Fatty alert!
So it
Uh-oh!
turns out they called a 10-year-old.
Oh no, my tummy. This almost made me cry. The racism. Here comes the racism!
No, go ahead and guess, because when I tell you it's racism, oh
It
my
is
God,
right.
Voyan,
Yes,
let
racism!
me
I
introduce
knew
you
it!
to some of the opponents in Punch-Out.
Hooray!
This is Glass Joe.
How do you remake Punch-Out without making it racist? You would just have to have normal characters. Boring! And
Soda Popinski
he
from
drops
Russia,
croissants and
who
baguettes,
constantly
right?
drinks
Soda!
So yeah, the game plays on stereotypes which range from solidly existing in the Wii version to pretty much straight racism the further you go back. It's something people
Yeah.
are obviously generally aware of.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I
surprised
believe
that's
if
on
given
the
shine of
NSO
today, the
shop,
controversy
actually.
would- and
Yeah,
neither
I don't
does
think you could
Nintendo,
say
which
Punch-Out.
is probably why the series is on hiatus.
That's
but
sad.
honestly, if you can look past it all,
Thanks,
you have
Zoe.
a great game that is just as challenging as it is funny.
Unless you're Turkish. Imagine a very sensitive Turkish person plays this game and gets the bald bull. Oh man, you ruined my day.
The official Zelda bitch thread. From 2001,
What?
this is a time capsule of the general internet reaction to The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker shortly after its beta footage was released. Most people know this story by now, but after 2 great N64 games and a demo showing what a GameCube Zelda could look like,
Damn, that
we
would
were
look
shown
good.
what the GameCube Zelda would look like.
I'd be
and
mad
people
too.
found this new art style revolting.
If I was a 12-year-old Zelda fan wanting to see some grim, edgy bullshit because that was my sensibility at the time, I would absolutely be furious about this.
Stylish? Link looks like a 2-year-old freak. This sucks.
It was
That
fucked
is
up
a
back then.
disgrace to
It was
the
real
Zelda
bad.
franchise. But after seeing that Zelda video, I punched my monitor and said, "Why, Nintendo? Why?"
I miss role-playing on forums. People used to say that shit, that they, like, picked up their GameCube and threw it across the room and shoved a controller through the wall. Like, they used to make shit up like that. Nobody does that anymore. What happened with Animal Crossing? Rossetti scared me? Oh, is that the controversy?
The President of the United
Oh.
States? Fun.
Hey, we talked about this earlier. I wish my politician of choice had an island that I could visit.
The list is pretty fat. H&M, IKEA, Hellman's, Chuck E. Cheese, Gucci, the Detroit Lions. One of the more famous ones was KFC, who created an entire island with a dream address, and it looked okay.
It is kind of crazy that Nintendo made no money from any of this. Like, these big-ass corporate brands are doing this shit, and they don't see a dollar from this.
Releasing a statement a month
Oh,
later saying,
shit!
"Please
Get they
refrain
ass,
from bringing
Nintendo!
politics
Stop
into the
it!"
game, or as a marketing platform that directs people to activities or campaigns outside the game."
Holy... Yeah, but what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it,
Silver.
Nintendo,
Despite
huh?
this, his island still stands.
You gonna sue
a
the
symbol of
government?
defiance.
Wait, you could still go there? You could still go to Joe's Island? I bet that shit got weeds everywhere. That shit is abandoned. Oh, this
AKA
one.
me, who had to suffer a
Yeah.
year-long delay of the remake due to similarities with real-world events.
It's what a weird thing to happen. Like, you make a game about war and you just hope everybody on the planet plays nice until it comes out.
Basically a staple of the franchise.
Wait, that happened in 2001. Hey, they got in there though. Hold on, they got out. They got out though. Oh, it's released in Japan and oh, we got it first. Yeah, let's go. It helps the healing process. Sorry, Euro friends. You don't get to play Advance Wars. I just suffered the worst national tragedy in 50 years, but at least I get to play on my Game Boy Advance.
Oh, hell yeah. Bayonetta's voice actress, Helena Taylor,
Oh.
who took to Twitter to announce that she would not be returning to the series after Platinum offered her a trivial $4,000
And everybody supported her. Everybody was on her side.
Then, after several sources close to Platinum started arguments against Helena's story, it slightly changed, which is always a great sign. She admitted she was first offered 10 grand, and after rejecting that, 15 grand.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think $15,000 for being the main character of a game this big is still kind of low. But I gotta be honest, 15 to 20K for being the main fucking character in Bayonetta? I don't know. You're Bayonetta, right? However, she shouldn't have lied.
For a
Okay.
$450 million franchise,
Yeah, she was right. She was right on this one. I'm telling you.
she instead went and lied on the internet that the execs offered her dirt and called for a boycott of Bayonetta 3. Ironically destroying her career in the process and
Ooh.
inadvertently creating so much buzz for the game she wanted to abolish.
Uh-huh. That shit's just dead now, right? Like, Bayonetta's never coming back. No.
So going into this,
No.
I was like, what? In 2010, a 9-year-old girl named Megan was playing Nintendogs at a friend's house when she was attacked by their bull mastiff. Megan was dragged off the couch where the dog began biting her face, eventually tearing off her lip.
What the fuck?
Well, her grandmother told outlets that the dog heard barking from the DS game and that triggered him. She said, "I think this game should carry some kind of warning. People should be told not to play it when there are dogs in the room."
Okay, wait, stop. Is this another McDonald's coffee story? Am I getting propaganded? I think they're painting this person out to be pretty unreasonable. Is this really a crazy grandma? Or is this a normal person who got a bad hand?
Meanwhile, the dog's actual owner gave the extended statement to the police of, Megan may have kicked the dog.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, well, that changes things quite a bit. All right, never mind. I don't know why that had to... You didn't have to tell people that.
Tomodachi Life doesn't allow same-sex relationships. Quote, Nintendo never intended to make any form of social commentary with the launch of Tomodachi Life. We hope that all of our fans will see that Tomodachi Life was intended to be a whimsical and quirky game, and that we were absolutely not trying to provide social commentary.
Oh, they got fucked up here. But not too quirky. That's what I'm saying. We want it to be quirky, but let's not get silly with it. Guys kissing guys? Dude, this was only 10 years ago, right? Holy shit, man. Different world.
But at least they affirmed that in the future they would not dismiss the LGBTQ. And
Japanese
I
law.
suppose that's
They don't fuck
still
with
a
that over
victory
there?
in and of itself.
I didn't know that. I know they hate weed in Japan. They fucking hate that shit.
When Splatoon created a controversy from another Nintendo controversy, which is what
Oh, fuck. I forgot about this.
back during the dark COVID era, you couldn't really hold in-person Super Smash Bros. Melee tournaments. Gamers came together and decided to use the online software Slippy and do the tournaments online. And as always, Nintendo did what Nintendo does and said, nah, you're not gonna do that. Fans trended the hashtag Free Melee in order to spread awareness, and Splatoon found itself in
What does this have to do with Splatoon? You'll see.
During the Splatoon 2 North American Open, 30% of the top teams competing had names referencing Smash Melee. And you probably know what happened here. Nintendo said, nah, and canceled the live stream of the event's finals.
Yeah.
In light of the cancellation, players then threw their own tournament and had one of the largest prize pools in Western Splatoon history.
So basically, Splatoon stood in solidarity with Melee because Nintendo shut down Melee because of the Slippy thing. And then Splatoon was like, oh yeah, and they made all their tags like free Melee, Nintendo sucks, whatever. And Nintendo said, fuck you, shut it down. And they said, fuck you, we're doing it. And then they had the record prize pools of probably $300. Oh, that's probably just it, right?
The 2014 ESRB leak alongside Super Smash Bros. For 3DS. The wait and lead up to Smash 4 was a huge deal, 6 long years.
I will never forget seeing Bowser
Yes,
Jr. in the clown car and being so annoyed. I was so mad, because I love the idea of the Koopalings. I love Koopalings. I wanted Lemmy so bad, and I was like, oh, awesome. And then he's riding in that fuck-ass little vehicle, man? Oh,
that was both really hype, but also fucking sucked.
You guys remember Duck Hunt when he saw this picture? People were like, there's no fucking way. A dog? A dog? People didn't know what Duck Hunt was, so they thought it was just a fucking a bloodhound in the game. It was a good movie. What's your favorite Nintendo controversy? I like the Mario one. I like this one. This was my favorite, I think. Mario wearing a sombrero, and everybody got mad.